Or I named everything Tony Danza, like all my toys. My little rocking horse, that was Tony Danza. So that was just kind of like a joke. I was like, this is Tony Danza. Like a throwback to my childhood. And then my second car, that was the one I lost recently, was my little white Ford Focus.
Mm-hmm.
I loved her. I loved her so much, and I hurt her badly. That was Jan Brady, because she was white. And just really basic. Like a basic model.
Oh gosh, it makes me want to rename Priscilla / Karen to LaQuanda.
Yeah.
Did you see my snap the other day?
No.
I was following this car. I think it was a Subaru or something. But it had like one of those wobbly antennas on the back.
Oh, I did see that. I did.
Hit it, LaQuanda! Hit it!
That was so funny.
Like whipping her braid around. Like,
yeah. No, I laughed. Like, I don't laugh out loud at a lot of things I see, but I laughed out loud at that. That was really funny. Yeah. That was Jan Brady. I lost her to a car accident, unfortunately. My first ever. I got into this accident and it like bent her, like it really messed up her whole suspension, and it just really, she was declared totaled, which I was very sad about. But at the same time, it's like, I feel like when you get in an accident and she likes to bite, but no, you're okay. She'll just nibble on you. She won't bite you because she's mad.
We got Navi joining us here on the table.
Yeah. She needs attention. I feel like when you get in a car accident, I would just much rather the car be totaled out, you know? Because, like, even after you, like, say you get it fixed, it's never the same, you know?
Right.
And so I don't know.
Constant problems afterwards.
Yeah, and so, in a way, I was very sad to see Jan Brady go, but at the same time, I was just like, you know what, this is for the best, because it would have caused more problems and more money down the road. So I was like, goodbye. I made sure to get everything out of her. I had a very special little thing on the rear view mirror, like a cute little keychain. I got that out.
Did you get that little sunflower thing that bobs up and down?
It's a cat.
The cat.
Yes.
Wait, the cat? Or wait, is a cat sunflower or just a plain cat?
It's just a cat. It's like one of those lucky cats with the paw that goes up and down like that.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
yeah.
okay.
I definitely got her out. What else? I had to go down to like a tow lot in Covington because I had to like tow my car away from the wreck site. That was terrible.
Yeah.
It was just like a little seeing her in a graveyard. But then I got a new car. I got another Focus. So Jan was in 2010. This one was in 2013. And, you know, honestly, I don't know. I like them, but I'm not like hell yeah about it. Like I was with, you know, the Subaru and Jan Brady. So he's nice. His name's Duke Silver. He's silver. And like, there's really no reason that I named him that other than he's silver. It's I don't know if anyone has ever seen Parks and Rec. Duke Silver is Ron Swanson's like alter ego. He's like a jazz musician, and he plays a saxophone, and he goes by Duke Silver.
Oh my God.
That's really all that is. And he's all right. He's also very basic and just kind of, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, I'll keep him as long as I can, as long as he'll allow it, and then we'll move on. And I don't think I'll be as sad. He just doesn't have like all like the stuff that my last car did. Doesn't have a fucking center console. Like what the hell?
Oh yeah, I'm very picky about what my interior looks like.
Yeah. See, I'm not like I chose the cheapest, you know, most reliable car that I could find on my budget, and I was just like, I'll regardless, I'll make do with whatever, you know.
Whatever gets you from point A to point B.
Yeah. So it's like super basic. And honestly, I didn't even really notice that, like, when I was, like, looking at the car, because I don't pay attention to, like, interiors, but that was something I was just like, what the hell? You know,
Yeah.
I, like, went to put something in it, and I was just like, what the hell? You know?
The layout of everything in, like, the interior of my cars has to be, like, a specific way.
Yeah.
I mean, like, as long as it has 2 cup holders, that's fine, but, like, it has to have an armrest big enough for 2.
Right.
It has to have, like, stuff for me to stow away my stuff or whatever. It's just...
Yeah.
I don't care where I put my change. Like, I have a change cup in my door or whatever.
Like, the glove box is weird. His stuff gets, like, jammed in there. The cup holders are also weird. They're, like, they're not totally circular. There's, like, it's like a... Okay. So the cup holder itself kind of looks like a peanut. So it's, like this.
Yeah.
And it's, like, totally open. So, like, instead of it being 2 separate cup holders that open there, it allows things to like tip backwards. So that's how I spilled an entire can of green tea like the first day I had my car. I spilled it everywhere.
Oh no.
And I was like, what the hell? So
oh gosh.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like little things, you know, that I wish were different, but I'm, you know, not going to make a big deal out of because they're not.
Yeah. So, I brought this up last episode, or was there anything else that you wanted to touch on about cars?
So. No, I don't think so. Did you name any of your Grand Prix? You drove Grand Prix?
I drove a 95 Grand Prix. I didn't really name that, but it did have a purr to it whenever I revved it up. It was so beautiful. It sounded like a cat.
Like a cat.
Very fitting.
Oh, like a cat.
My first car was a Saturn.
Oh.
But it was a shit Saturn.
What color was it?
It was one of those... It looked black.
Yeah.
But it was actually like a dark brown.
What?
Like like from a distance or whatever. Like if the sun wasn't hitting it right,
yeah,
it would look black. But if the sun was hitting it,
it was a dark brown.
like the darkest brown, like closest to the black. But you can tell, like, being an art student, you know colors differently.
Yes. No,
so
I agree.
But you could basically...
I just can't picture that.
Yeah, it was just a very dark brown.
Taking pictures of my cat because she's so cute. What color would you say Navi is? Oh, Jesus, Navi.
Isn't she like a Russian blue?
Okay, so we can agree that she's gray, correct?
Yes.
Is she more of like a blue gray or a brown gray or like a purple gray?
I would say a blue gray.
Yeah.
Because a fun fact that I learned recently is that if like a animal is like, if their species name has blue in it or something like that, it's like a blue type of gray. Like there's a blue pit bull or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And I can see like the type of blue that they're talking about, but essentially they're gray. Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Navi, you're gray. You look like a slug. Like a gray slug. Navi, I'm just trying to take a freaking picture of you.
Yeah, I didn't really name any of my other cars. I don't... Oh... I named the Malibu Gale.
Gay. Oh, I remember that. Yep.
And it was spelled Gayle.
Yeah.
Because she was gay.
No. She wasn't. Well, maybe she was gay.
No, I thought it'd be very fitting for her to be named Gale.
I remember you saying that. That's coming back.
All right,
Gale.
so yeah, I brought this up last episode. Talking about Frisch is here.
Oh yeah. When are we not talking about Frisch's though? Like for
whenever
real?
we're talking about the challenge.
Oh, hold on. Let me get my tea for this.
Okay, so remember when I told you that Frisch's wasn't as bad as I remember it being?
Yeah, I remember you saying that. And
Well, I gave it a few weeks, right?
Yeah.
It became as bad as I remember it being.
Oh no! Really?
Let me tell you the breakdown of this here. The Bob Evans down the road caught fire in the kitchen.
Oh, I heard about that. My friend worked there, and he let us all know on Facebook.
So Bob Evans has been closed.
Yeah. Ooh.
We've been getting a lot of their guests. And a lot of their guests are snobby ass bitches.
Oh, God. Well, yeah, because Bob Evans... Sorry, you're terrible. Not that you're terrible.
It's okay, baby.
Just throw her on the ground.
Oh, you like to be held? No?
No.
Okay, so yeah.
I feel like Bob Evans is like one step above Frisch's, you know?
They basically sell the same type of food.
Exactly.
They sell like a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Which is essentially the I'm gonna use a weird reference here. It is the Olive Garden of Frisch's. That's a weird reference.
Okay, hold on.
Like, okay, so I'm saying Frisch's is McDonald's and Bob Evans is Olive Garden. It's a more fancier type of way of restaurant than Frisch's.
How about Bob Evans is Frisch's is McDonald's.
Yes.
Bob Evans is Five Guys.
Yes. I can see it, but even then, Five Guys is still kind of sloppy, but they have their shit together.
But the food is better.
Yes.
Well, but the food at Bob Evans isn't necessarily better. So okay. I like what you said better. Anyway, so you've been having a lot of bitches come in. It sounds like.
Let me tell you.
Okay. Can I just say something
Yes.
first? I have decided, because I thought about getting a second job, and I was just like, I'll be a waitress, I'm good at it, you know. I have decided, though, I cannot do it. I can't do it again.
A second job or Frisch's?
A serving job of any kind.
Oh, yeah.
Because of the bitches.
Mm-hmm.
I just can't mentally, emotionally do it anymore. I am at a point in my life where, I will not tolerate it.
Your mental health is at a high.
Yes.
That's how I felt, and then my mental health is lowering and lowering again. I feel my aggression coming back, but...
that's exactly the thing. Is I'm in such a good place, I cannot risk it by going back somewhere that made me so angry and upset all the time. And I know that's where you're going with this, and I just wanted to say... props to you. I could not, will not, cannot. I recently decided this after much consideration.
See, I'm just thinking, I don't think any other job would work with my schedule. That's why I chose Frisch's. Okay. And it's in the city I live in, because the city taxes give me hell each year. But I'm going to bleep out the name eventually whenever I say it, because I don't want people to know where I live.
Right.
But even the people that I can tell that are from my town, when they come in and they're complaining or being picky about all this, I'm just like, this is
yeah.
Your expectations should not be this high for living in this town.
Sorry, you're not in Mason.
Exactly.
You know, sorry.
So
you're not in fucking Blue Ash.
And it's...
You're not in Montgomery.
I don't know who this guy was, but I swear, we've just been getting their guests, and, we have a bar at this Frisch's. It's one of those old-fashioned type of Frisch's looking like. And this guy, he just sits himself up at the counter, and he orders his food. I don't know who was with him. I'm not sure if it was a grandson or his son in general. But I guess he was sitting at the counter for a while. We were busy, evidently. Mm-hmm. The server that was up there, I guess she had said something like, I'll be with you in a second. I don't think he heard her. But he went up to the bar, the breakfast bar, and he got his food, and he got back to the bar, and he was just like, can we get some silverware around here? I'm just like, yeah, I got you. What are you guys drinking?
Yeah.
Got them their drinks or whatever. And I didn't hear exactly what this next part, I didn't hear exactly what all went down. But the bar is sitting right in front of the food window where all the food is presented. And the two ladies that were up front in the front section that also take care of the bar were traying up food, and I guess he was saying something, but I was blocking him out or whatever.
Yeah.
All I see is I was to the right of the ladies. All I see is her turn around and saying, "Well, I'm so glad you're observant," to the guy. Because,
Oh
like,
my
we
God.
were busy.
Yeah.
And the guy who had, like, something to say about everything, I guess.
Ew.
And I'm just like, shut up.
Ew. No. Was he, like watching, like, food, like, sit in the window and,
I
like,
guess.
telling people to, like, get food? Oh, hell no. Hell no.
And now, see,